Hi besties, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Doing Book Stuff video. So if you guys have seen my video from last month, I did a whole bunch of just like bookish things, bookish updates, and just everything bookish, to be so honest. And it was so much fun. I got so much book things that I need to get done. And as someone who really loves books, it's great, obviously. So we're gonna do another one. I really enjoyed that video. It was really fun to do, and you guys also really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna continue doing them every month. This is like my favorite part of each month, going through, updating everything, and just catching up on like book content, all things like that. That's what we're gonna be doing today. I have a list. I came prepared. I have a list of everything that we're gonna get done, and there's a few things. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be updating my reading journal. We're gonna decorate my Kindle again, even though I did it last month. I like to switch it up, so we're gonna be doing that again. I'm going to be annotating one of my new 5-star, dare I say 6-star reads. And then I'm going to give you guys a mini fall TBR and some of my fall book recs that I feel like will be good for like going into the fall season. And then we're also going to be updating my TBR jar prompts. I am bringing those videos back because I genuinely really love doing those. They're so much fun. I love TBR videos so much. So we're going to be doing that as well. And also just catching up on book content while I am doing all of these things, and maybe a little bit of a mini reading vlog. I am currently reading ACOWAR. Not too sure. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm really excited to get into this video. I have a lot of energy because I just made my matcha. This is actually the first time that I've actually made it into like a drink matcha instead of taking it as the little shot that you can just take as is. And when I tell you, it made it, I don't know how, but it made it 20 times better than just taking S's, because this is already great. I love it so much. This, oh my god, let me just tell you guys all about it. So if you guys aren't familiar with Magic Mind, they are a productivity elixir that helps with better focus, less stress, and it helps boost your energy as well. I feel like I have been talking about Magic Mind on here for the longest just because of how much I love them, and I just cannot get enough. I'm just amazed at them because you can make it in so many different ways. Like I said, you can take it as a little shot. You can make it into this little matcha latte. You can even make it into a hot matcha latte as well. So that's really, really cool. I'm obsessed. All I did was I added vanilla syrup to it with some ice and some heavy whipping cream and a little bit of milk. I hear a lot of people say you can use oat milk for it, which I'm definitely going to try next time. My thing is, this is like my second one that I made today because I made one and I had my mom try it because I was like, wow, this is really good. She took my drink. She took my drink, so I had to make me a new one. And that just better goes to show how much this is so good and how much it is just loved in my household. This is like an amazing, amazing thing. I'm gonna be making these every morning. This with my little breakfast is it's gonna hit every single time. If you guys are looking for something to help you with better focus, especially now that we are back into the school year, I feel like Magic Mind is the perfect thing that you need to try out. Like I said, it's a productivity elixir, so it helps you with better focus, better clarity, less stress, and it just gives you that little boost of energy that you need throughout the day. And it does not make you jittery how coffees do, and I think that is like the best part about it because I hate being jittery from like an energy drink or coffee. I feel like this is the best thing that I can have that doesn't make me like wired throughout the day, and I can actually fully focus on everything that I need to do, and I always get what I need done every time I take it. It really helps with procrastination, and I just think this is like the best thing ever. And if you have not tried Magic Mind, you definitely need to try it. You can use my code Marcia M20 for up to 48% off for a subscription for the next 10 days. I will put the link in the description and the code on the screen for you guys so you guys can check them out. And I really hope you guys do because this is honestly the most game changer thing that I have ever had. With all that being said, we are gonna jump right into the video. I think I want to start off with my reading journals. I feel like sometimes those take the most time just because of how much I have to add into it. I still am having printer troubles, so I won't be able to print anything out for like my journaling one, but that is okay for right now. I'm going to just add in the little analytics parts of it and like how many books I read, like my ratings for it and things like that, and then just put that over to the side until I get my printer fixed because I'm really tired of having these printer troubles. It's actually truly the most annoying thing ever. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right in with the reading journal. So I'm gonna grab those and we're gonna get started. All right, so I got everything we need to get started on the reading journals. This is my analytic reading journal. As you guys have probably seen, this one is just very analytic based. And honestly, I haven't been adding like the questions into it, but I have been doing like the top parts and filling out like my ratings like overall and just throughout the entire book, which actually I don't think I finished this completely when I did it last time. I'm not really feeling the analytic based right now. So we're gonna move over to this one. This one is more like a, I don't know how you would describe it, like scrapbooky type. I could not tell you. First thing we're gonna work on is we're going to go through my 24 books that I read in 2024, and I'm going to see if I read any of the ones that are on this list, which I don't think I did. Actually, I did. I'm remembering now. Okay, so I just finished this reading journal. I'm not doing this one. I don't feel like it, so I'm not. I'm gonna show you guys what I did, just like a little bit. I didn't do too much because like I said, I did read Book Lovers on like my 24 books of 2024, so I got to check off that. And then I added in the 12 books I read for August, and then my August as well. August is like my best reading month. I read 12 books that month, and then January was like my second best reading month. I read 10 books. We're not going to talk about the other months. I updated my series tracker, and then I added a Heartstopper and Fourth Wing on here because I need to keep track of those as well. And like I read Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and I think that's about it. But I'm still trying to keep space open for like any other series that I want to add, but there's so many on here that like I didn't even start, but I still added them on here because I'm gonna read them eventually. And then I updated my reading challenge for like certain books that I read. I'm almost done with this. I only have 5 left. I have like Friend Loves, so like a book that like a friend loves, a trilogy, sports romance, color in the title, and a book that made me cry. I need to add in like my stuff for July, but I can't do that yet. So there's a lot of things in here that are gonna be needing to get done. So whenever I get my printer fixed, we're gonna be deep into this. But I did my August spread. I got it off Pinterest. It looks nothing like the one on Pinterest. Let me show you. This is what was on Pinterest. This is my I don't know. I think she's cute. For, like the most part, I think she's okay looking. I like it. That's all that matters. While I was doing this, I did start listening to ACOWAR because I'm currently reading this, and it's getting so good. I was over here. You guys couldn't see me, but I was over here like smiling. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a book haul because I went and picked out a few books earlier, and I recorded just like, I didn't even record a lot. I recorded a little bit, but the vlog wasn't started yet, so I couldn't tell you guys about it. So I'm gonna get those books and I'm gonna give you a tiny little haul. So I have 3 books here. It's funny because I was going in there and I was looking for Stephen King, his book Holly, because it was in there last time. It wasn't in there this time, so I'm kind of upset. But I did get another Stephen King book. This one is like abnormally small. It's like those romance books with like people on the cover that are like kind of small. That's what this one is. So I have Stephen King. This is Finders Keepers. And I've really been wanting to get into his mysteries and thrillers because I do love me a good mystery and thriller. And I've never read anything by him. So I'm really excited to get into this. Whatever it is, I'm really excited. It's so small that I'm like, where am I going to put this on my bookshelf? If I put this on my thriller shelf, it's going to look so out of place. But this is this one. The next book I got, this is by J.D. Robb. And this is Random in Death. There's so many of J.D. Robb books in there. I wanted to like wanted all of them because when I tell you there was like a whole collection, and I don't know if this is like a series of like, 'cause this one says Random in Death. There were so many that was like, there was like Death in the Brotherhood, Death in this, Death in that, and I was like, interesting. But I picked up this one. This one's so cool. It has a poster in it. It kind of gives you like the vibes of the books. I don't really know too much about this. I know it's like a girl, she goes out to like a club with like her friends or something, and she gets, I think like someone like injects like something in her and it's like killing her or something. I have no idea. It sounded really interesting, so I'm excited to read this. I don't know when I'll read it, but it sounded really exciting. And then the last book I got is Spare. This is Prince Harry's, his little autobiography. I'm really excited because I've been loving a good autobiography lately. The only one I've actually read is Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died, and I like that one. It's just like, I had no rating on it because it's like you're looking into like the lives of like other people. I feel like it's very hard to rate this, and if you are rating these, I don't, do what you want, but I don't think rating autobiographies should have a rating just because like that's that person's story. You can't put a rating on someone's story unless like, this is fiction, so I can put a rating on this, but I cannot put a rating on this because this is your story, this is your life. I don't know, I just feel like putting a rating on it is kind of weird. But I do have Love, Pamela on my shelf, so I'm going to be reading that soon, and then I'm going to be reading Spare by Prince Harry. This is so exciting. I don't like that his face is on here. I don't know, I feel like he's staring me down anytime I look at the book, like, but I'm excited to read this. I'm going to put these on my shelves, and I'm going to give you guys my little mini fall TBR and a little bit of some fall book recs. And for the rundown of my mini fall TBR, I feel like my fall TBR, it consists of just these 3 shelves just because they are strictly like more fantasy-esque type books. I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the books that I want to read. Starting off, I definitely want to get into Heartless Hunter. I feel like I keep seeing this book everywhere on TikTok and everybody is loving it. And I'm getting FOMO because you know how long this has been on my shelf? You guys have actually seen this. If you guys have watched my day in the life like vlog, I got this that month and I opened it from book of the month and I haven't read it yet, and everybody is now reading it and they're like, oh my god, like it's so great. So really excited to read this. This is definitely on the list. Next I have Serpent in the Wings of Night. This is like a vampire or a werewolf, or I think it's like a vampire human type fantasy. I have no clue, but this is on there and I'm really excited to get into this because I've heard nothing but great things. Next I have A Court of Frost and Starlight. I'm definitely going to be reading this. It's such a quick and easy read, so as soon as I finish War, I'm going to breeze through this, and then I'm also going to read A Court of Silver Flames. That's also on the list as well. I don't want to move this one, but Magnolia Park's Into the Dark is also on my list as well because I am just so ready to get into the last book of Magnolia and BJ. I feel like this one's going to be life-changing. That might be a little dramatic, but I feel like it's going to be life-changing. So that's definitely on the fall TBR, even though I feel like it's more like a romance. I feel like it's still, it'll still give like the comfy, cozy vibes. I don't know, I get comfy and cozy vibes from the series. Like you can read this during any time and it's perfect. Cruel Prince, this is on the list definitely for sure. And then The Wicked King, I might get to this one, but The Cruel Prince is definitely the main priority because you can't read the second book without the first one. I definitely want to finish the rest of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, so Sage and Storm and Ruin and Rising's on the list. And then I have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. These are on the list. I really want to get into these because I love Lee Bardugo's writing and I want to get into like Ninth House eventually, but for right now this is like my main priority and goal for those books. Then I also have the Twilight series, which I kind of just got, but I don't know too much of how I'm going to be reading those. So like they're on the list, but they're not the priority. I am going to give you guys a little bit of some recommendations that I think you should read. I'm going to start with the recommendations by saying literally anything by Frida McFadden. I read Frida McFadden throughout the whole entire year. I'm always reading her books. I feel like I talk about her in every single last one of my videos because of how much I just love her books and I love her as an author. And I feel like her books are perfect for any time, but especially going into like spooky season and like fall, I feel like a good thriller is always good. So I'll always recommend anything by her, literally anything. Pick up one of her books, read it, enjoy it. I feel like you should start off with The Housemaid primarily, or Never Lie, The Locked Door, or The Teacher. I feel like those are good books to get you into the Frida McFadden world. I also recommend The Silent Patient by Alex. We all know I don't know his last name. I'm actually going to show it to you guys. The Silent Patient. A lot of people don't like this book. A lot of people do like it. I am the person who, I like it, but like I feel like there's things that could have been done differently, but I still do enjoy it. So I feel like this is also a good book to pick up, and it just kind of gives like those like mystery type vibes. Just a good like fall book. I don't know. To me, this is like perfect for fall. I read this in like February last year. I wish I read it in fall, and I would so do a reread if I didn't remember every single last thing that happened in this book to a T. I know everything, and I feel like it wouldn't be as exciting to reread it, and it's still like fresh in my mind. I also do recommend Verity by Colleen Hoover, even if we are not like on the Colleen Hoover bandwagon, if we don't like her. I feel like Verity by her is a really good book. It's good to have like a romance thriller, I think that's what it was called. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I did read that at the beginning of like my reading journey, but I recommend it anytime someone asks for like getting into like thrillers or getting into reading. Like Verity is a great book. I love the way, I just love that book. I thought it was really good. Sue me. I also really recommend Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This might be more of like an October read, but that's still kind of like fall season. And just because it's like a vampire, werewolf, forced proximity, it was absolutely amazing. I love this book so much and I will always recommend this. This is like a perfect little fall read. I recommend the entire ACOTAR series even though I am not completely done with it. It is an amazing series and I think you should read it during the fall season because it's fall fantasy all year round. Well, not all year round. It's fall fantasy every time the fall season hits. Shadow and Bone is also a good one to go with if you're getting into it. I also recommend Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. Those are really good. Fourth Wing is also a good one. And then, might be kind of controversial to say this, but If You Had Been With Me, I feel like that's like a good like fall read. I don't know. It's like, because it's kind of like more of like a sadder type book. I feel like sad books are really good for like the fall vibes. If that makes sense. I feel like the book girlies who know what I'm talking about, they will understand what I mean when they say a sad book for fall. It just makes sense. But yeah, that was kind of chaotic, but that is like my mini little book Rex and my fall TBR. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break for a minute and I'm going to do schoolwork because I have a lot of schoolwork to get done. And then we're going to come back a little later and we're going to start annotating Funny Story by Emily Henry. And we are going to decorate my Kindle. And we're going to update my TBR prompts a little bit later. We're just going to take a mini little break on the bookish things. I feel like every time I do my reading journal, even if I don't do a lot, I'm like, okay, now I need a break because I feel like it took forever. But yeah, we're going to take a little break and then we're going to come back. It's the next day. I was planning on annotating the book and decorating my Kindle last night, but I decided not to. I decided against it. So instead of doing it last night, we're going to be doing it now. I'm going to show you guys what I have done in Funny Story. So last night I went in and I chose my tabs. It's not on this page. I went in and I chose the tabs to match the cover. So this is the cover and then these are the tabs that I chose. I felt like these would be really good options. So I have them set for different things, which I've actually never done that before. So we're really getting into annotating this book. Okay, let me take the cover off because that is going to annoy me. What I did was I picked out my tabs and then I also picked out the highlighter for like what I'm going to be highlighting. So each one kind of matches except for I think right here. This one doesn't match, but there wasn't purple in the cover, so I felt like it wasn't ideal to use that. So we have blue for sad, pink for romance, orange for quotes, yellow for relatable, and then green for funny. And I am very, very, very excited. I'm going to try to take my time with this, so we're probably not going to finish annotating this whole entire book in this video just because I don't want to rush through it and I've already like read it. And it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of early to do a reread, even though that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. But we're going to go through, take our time with this, and I'm going to listen to an audiobook as I do it. That way the book can like go by a little bit faster. Well, I just go through and annotate some things. There are a few pages that I already know I want to go in and annotate, so I'm going to do that. We're going to take a little break from this for right now, and we're going to move over to decorating the Kindle. This is what the Kindle is currently looking like. We have the little Harry Styles sticker, the cake sticker, the books, the ghost, and then the professional bookworm. And I'm going to show you guys the stickers that I picked out for this time around because I feel like these are really cute. And they also kind of fit like the spooky-esque vibe that we got going on. I chose this one. I don't know how these are going to look all together on here. I did not plan anything out. This one says hopeless romantic. This one says hello, I'm introverted but willing to discuss books. And then we have this little Queen of Books kind of like cards. I thought these were really cute. And then I have this one. This one says the Kindle. It's like a little tarot card. So I thought this was like perfect for the current season. And then this one says light it up. I thought this was really cute. This kind of reminds me of ACOTAR. And then speaking of ACOTAR, this last sticker says more ACOTAR, less reality. And as you guys know, I'm a really big fan of ACOTAR at the moment. So I feel like that was a really good option. The ACOTAR book is so fitting. We're just going to take off the case and we're going to take off these stickers. I use double-sided tape on here and it's permanent double-sided tape. Oh yeah, that's permanent. That's actually really difficult. This is double-sided, it's permanent. So it kind of like took off this part of the sticker. It's like stuck to, oh no, it's stuck to the tape. But I really can't do anything about that. We're going to continue to take these off and then put on the new stickers and I will show you guys when it's all done after. Okay, so I just finished decorating my Kindle and I went through so many stickers, but I really like how it turned out. So I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up of how it looks. So I decided to keep the Harry picture on. I feel like it just helps better so there's not so many words on like each and every sticker that's on here. So we kept the Harry sticker and then I added this little House of Wind book club. I decided to go for a little ACOTAR vibe. We have this sticker here that says more ACOTAR, less reality, and then it says to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. And then we have the Kindle. I thought this was really cute, very, I don't know, I just felt like it was like the vibe for like fall and like spooky season. And then emotional support Kindle, because this is my emotional support Kindle, of course. And this is what she's looking like. I think she looks really, really cute. If you guys were wondering where any of these stickers are from, I have them linked on my Amazon storefront. But I really, really love how it turned out. I think it's really, really cute.